Righty-ho. Very warm welcome to my next guest. Been looking forward to this one. We have Steve Heathcock. He's a local entertainer based in the West Midlands, also known as the Showman. He has a new football single coming out, which I'm sure we're going to talk about in a wee while. So, Steve, very good morning to you.
Good morning, Danny. How are we?
Yeah, good. How's yourself?
Pretty busy, you know. I mean, so I come singing at the weekends,
Yep.
and then I've got this England song out, so yeah,
Wonderful.
pretty good.
Good to be busy. So, Steve, how long have you been performing and when did it all begin?
Oh, I've been performing over 20 years now. Started with bands and that, like, you know, and then I've done duos, and obviously I've gone solo now.
So you've been around a fair bit. You've been around the block a few times, as I say.
Yeah. I mean, I bet I've played every pub in the West Midland area, like, you know, over the past 20,
Yeah.
30 years, probably years.
So if anyone said to you, do you know this pub, you probably would have heard of it.
Yeah, I dare say I would, yeah. You know, I mean, but a lot of these pubs, as you know, being an entertainer yourself, are closing down. You know,
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah, it's a sad state of the times. I did say on the show the other day, there seems to be more coffee shops opening than pubs closing. A lot of people prefer coffees over pints now.
I think so. Well,
Yeah.
I'll say slightly cheaper, about £2 for a coffee now if you're going
Yeah,
Starbridge,
that's
right?
it. Yeah. So, what jobs have you done in the past? And did you ever thought you'd ever be doing what you were born to do, entertain?
Well, I was always an entertainer at school. Like, I
Mm,
was, you know, showing off at school, jumping on the tables and singing and dancing. But I've always had day jobs as well until like the last 5 years.
yeah. So it really kind of took off the last 5 years, and then you've took it full time.
That's right. That's right. I
Right.
mean, I do the care homes then in the week as
Yep.
well as the weekends, walking out. So I'll do that as well.
So we know as we know you got a new single out. We'll come to that. Where are your local gigs? If you'd like to tell our listeners, so they may like to come and see you.
I'm trying to think where locally I do. I do the Crossing Kimber, which is quite
Yep.
local. They are May the 19th.
May the 19th, Cross
May the
Kimver.
19th. I've got one in Kingston for the Mount. I'm not sure without looking in the diary, but I mean, they're all on the website
Yeah.
anyway.
So and where can we follow you? You got your own website, Twitter, and what's your website as well,
Yeah,
please?
it's www.steveheathcock.com.
So www.steveheathcock.com. Wonderful stuff. So on to your new single. This is the one we're talking about. You have a new single out titled England Forever. What's the message behind it?
Well, it is a revamp of. I mean, I don't know if you're aware. I did the cover of it in 2010. And it was good, but that was more of a rock version,
Yeah.
you know, with a full band. But now I've just, obviously, because I'm solo, I know a chap who's got a little studio in Birmingham, and I just said, well, you know, can we revamp a little dance version or a little pop version, change the lyrics slightly, kept the chorus, and I think it's quite popular, like, you
Yeah.
know.
You know, if it's all right with you, we're going to give it a little bit of a spin, if that's all right.
Yeah, of course. Like, I mean, the more airplay, the more exposure,
Yes.
the better,
Yeah.
the better it can be, like, you
We'll
know.
gladly do that for you. My sister briefly heard it, and she says she can't get it out of her head. Very catchy.
Oh, yeah. But it is quite catchy, like, you know. I mean, it might appeal to more people, being more of a dance thing rather
Sure.
than, you know.
And where can we purchase a single?
Yeah, again, you can get it from the website because
Yeah.
it's got the link straight on the website. So if you go on my website,
Sure.
you can click onto confidential records
Yep.
and then links there. Obviously, it's pre-order at the moment till the 27th of April.
Sure.
It's actually, I mean, obviously it's on my Facebook, Twitter, and everything. Pre-order. 27th of April is official. I've spoken to Neville who runs the record company. He said there's been quite a bit of an interest in the pre-orders.
Good stuff.
So hopefully, fingers crossed, like, you know. I mean, it's going for a good cause, although
Yeah.
down here, so. I mean,
That's it. I was on to my next question. The good cause is there shelter? Is that correct? Why shelter?
Well, I mean, I've always think that we're always. I mean, I did an interview with the Starbridge News last week, and I mean, if you go on the street to Starbridge or anywhere now, really, there's people sleeping rough. I mean, you know, remember that bad snow we had a couple of months ago, and there were still people sleeping rough.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know if you know that Phil Collins song, "Another Day in Paradise." People just walk past.
Yeah.
They're invisible. These people are invisible. Obviously, I'll stop and give money for coffees and there are still members of the general public who do that, but there's a lot of people just walk past and they're invisible. You know, and I think we could all be as I said to the Starbridge News, we could always be one step away from homelessness. You lose your job,
Yeah. Well,
anything like that. You could do. It's not just people just think it's bums, tramps, and whatever on the streets. It's not now. It could be families, all sorts of people.
yeah, well
business.
said, Steve, because I do think just as humans, we do seem to take for granted what we have, and we should try and put ourselves in their shoes rather than just walk past, as you say.
Exactly. Look, I mean, I've spoke to a few people on Facebook since I've just, and I'm going to actually start going on the streets myself. I've spoke to one or two people who work for some of these shelters and different homeless charities, and I'm going to start going like once a month and actually, hands-on, rather than just... Obviously, the single will create big exposure, and I'm going to do a charity night for it as well. I'm trying to sort out a venue for that. I mean, I've got a few singers lined up for that.
Well, best of luck with that, Steve. I really mean that. As all my guests who appear on the show, I really give them like my full backing, because it's really commendable what you're doing. So St George's Day, of course, today. And do you think more people should celebrate St George's Day?
I think they should. I think it should be a nationality, really, shouldn't it? I mean, we got to be English, proud to be British,
Yeah, your England Forever. His message behind that song have kind of like those ingredients that like we should celebrate being proud to be English.
Definitely, I'm very patriotic about anything to do with England. It's not just necessarily football. I mean, I am obviously a big football fan. I mean, I'll listen out for cricket or anything to do with England. Obviously, the Commonwealth games are just on. I'll listen, But football's my number one.
Yeah, that's your forte.
Yeah, sort of. And and obviously I'm going to continue to keep writing songs and as well, But I always give to charity, I mean, really, I don't make very little out of the music myself, but I do give back. Whatever I make, I'll give back.
Yeah. So of course
I for cancer, you see. I did work with Macmillan Cancer.
Wonderful causes there, Steve. Well done. And finally, what do you think England's chances are in the World Cup this year?
I definitely think they'll get through the group stages, but with England, it's just a tricky one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, we said this in 2010, when it was released originally, and didn't get through the group phases. Yeah. So just got to say, but you've got to be optimistic.
Yes. That's it.
And so I think they get through the group phases. I mean, quarterfinals, semi-finals, anything else is a bonus, isn't it, Well,
thank you very much for speaking with me, Steve. It's been a pleasure. And we're going to spin your new song now, England Forever. And best of luck to you. Best, as they say, best of British to you, in a good way.
Thank you so much for letting me come on your show. Do appreciate it, mate.
Wonderful. So that's Steve Heathcock, and we've got his new single, England Forever. Thank you very much, Steve. We'll get that played now for you.